Alright, chat. We just waiting. Just giving it a few minutes until people get on her. Just waiting.
From the site that many call NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Green Bay Packers and the Kansas City Chiefs. set to go in a rematch of what would come to be known later as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and Packers are underway. Mahomes not wasting time. He'll throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
One thing we often talk about is setting the tone in a game. How about this? They came after him on play one and put him on the turf and forced an incompletion.
Something for him to think about immediately right off the bat.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to back off either. I think that they had success on the first play. Typically, when a defense does that, they've announced to you that this is what they plan.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
All the way.
Mecole Hardman,
Dang.
75 yards. And the Chiefs go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And some space here. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38. Out to his left. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. 1st down in the red zone. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Being chased out left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Romeo Doubs scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Packers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Crosby connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Mahomes to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Check safety, check safety. 43, 43.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Steps away to his left. Is caught by Smith-Schuster. And the Chiefs are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Watch the pass, watch the pass. Check 59, right? Attack, attack. Right to 59.
2nd down and goal. Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Juju Smith-Schuster on the touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Rodgers now on first down. Flushed out right. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 36. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 3rd and 1 now. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson. 27 yards. And the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all, but right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
They go play fake. Mahomes. And he'll just get rid of it.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And a tackle going to be made at the 38.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Mahomes again. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Second and 4. Throwing now is Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They go play action. Now Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Jerick McKinnon. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. Butker now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Man open, here is Jones. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Rolling to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Touchdown! Aaron Rodgers finding Christian Watson. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Crosby with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. And how about this decision? Tie game first half, but here's an onside kick. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Let's bring it. Hey, 15.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Rolling to his left. A pass complete downfield. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Now Mahomes. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Caught. Kelsey, left side. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. A final shot before half for Rodgers. This is Lazard with a catch out left. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Out of the shotgun is Jones. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, here's Jones. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it. But listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game. Plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it's second down.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receivers too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
60 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers escaping. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Buying time to his left. It's Kelsey on the grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Across the formation, Hardman gets the completion. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Mike, check, 59. Let's go. Alert flare.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4, still 3 yards short, 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. This is caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Rodgers. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. An inside give to Jones. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chris Jones picks up his second sack of the afternoon. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Rodgers now to throw. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And it's knocked away and incomplete. With such little time remaining, and the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw is Mahomes. Being chased out left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He finds McKinnon, complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Let's get it.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. But how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee in the game.
Oh, my gosh.
The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, I but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the state of Florida and TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from Jacksonville. Very short kick taken right at the 20. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll start on the ground. ETN. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Play action. It's Lawrence. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marvin Jones, 58 yards. And the Jaguars need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
He finds his target, Allen. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. That's how you run the screen right there. The defenders get out of place, and then there's a lot of room to maneuver for your running back.
That's because all the defenders, or I should say the bulk of the defenders, were chasing the quarterback. Great disguise. Great
touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk on the receiving end of that touchdown pass from Trevor Lawrence. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And now it's blocked. Now the Chargers have it. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He's at the 40, past the 20. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points.
There we go, baby.
That is a play that you just do not see very often. Maybe a couple times a year, the blocked extra point return for 2.
You can't afford to give anyone a free run at the kicker. Oftentimes, it's going to bounce off his hands or chest and head the other direction.
So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. On first down, Justin Herbert steps away to his left. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The escapability in evidence there, as that one good for 15 and a first. Herbert operating from the red zone. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And he comes back with one complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the Jacksons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Ready?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They go play action now. Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. He's going to have the first down, and more than that. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, 59 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Patterson now for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Charger drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Sliding out of the pocket. This is swung out to Eckler. He can only get a yard after all that. It's second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 33. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's a heck of an effort from Josh Allen, getting in there defensively. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back with it.
Oh, this is blocked. Now the Chargers have it. Taking it right down Broadway.
Bro, I don't know how the hell he keep doing that.
The 20. And he dives into the end zone and gets
Oh,
the 2
wait.
Boy, at this point, I don't know what's going on down there. You got guys running one way on the pick six, now running the other way to return the blocked extra point.
It's almost like that guy went this way, but the other guy went that way. And guess what? Both of them scored points.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A big pickup of 38.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. They'll get this out wide to Eckler. Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But it turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This is taken just shy of the 10. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone, because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Dancing to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Crossing route, and he hits his man. It's Jones. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Lawrence. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Trevor Lawrence, as the first half is winding down. And the Jags would extend their lead here just before halftime. And oh, it's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 30. 10, 5, and he will make it into the end zone. He's in for 2 points. And how about that for a turnaround prior to halftime? Well, I think there was a lot of surprise from the kicking team there. After the block, they kind of froze and then realized, oh, wait, they can return this, and they returned it all the way.
And you know why they froze? Not often do you get that second sound, right? There's the kick, you hear that, and then there's that second thud when there's a block. That's when people freeze and they have to realize where the ball is. They picked it up and took it the other way.
He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. Touchdown. Gerald Everett, as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Brandon Staley telling his troops to stay out there and go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone to cut the deficit down to 4. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just 1 play. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Final play of the half, it's Lawrence. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They
touchdown Jaguars. Travis Etienne, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. He's by himself, Keenan Allen. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Touchdown, Chargers. Josh Palmer from 8 yards out, and the Chargers have got it back to within a score. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, we dominate today.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. On second down, ETN once more. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with ETN. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now Lawrence to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. On play action, Lawrence. Flushed out right. And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Lawrence. Screenplay. Here's ETN. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Lawrence will throw. ETN bringing in another one. And the Jaguars are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. ETN is going backwards here, all the way back to the 5-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their off?
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars will add to their 4th quarter lead. And he missed it again. The 4th time now in this game alone, and that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Open man is Palmer. And they're going to get this up to midfield. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
From the 50, here's Herbert. He's going to let it go end zone for Allen. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You've got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other. Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown! Austin Eckler from 17 yards out. And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
The Jaguars are going to cover this one up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Throwing now, Lawrence. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Lawrence. And Jones has it over the middle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Lawrence giving to ETN here on the option. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Lawrence. And that's complete to ETN out of the backfield. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. Got it inside the 10. Still not a first yet. And a timeout is called. So now you're looking at probably just one final play from back in their own territory. And they're going to need a miracle. Herbert to throw. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Tyson Campbell, and the Jags are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the state of Florida and TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Today, it's a good matchup in the AFC South between the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather, and off we go from Jacksonville. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Now ETN to start the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Another tote for ETN. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They go play action with Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 43. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Straight ahead, ETN. And he'll go down at the 28. Now Lawrence on 1st down. He completes it to Jones. Touchdown, Jaguars. Zay Jones, 28 yards. And the Jaguars will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. Well, look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you got no shot then.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's looking for a touchdown deep for Woods. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. From 13 yards out. And the Titans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Bullock good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Etienne up the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Lawrence. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Second quarter now for Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
On 2nd and goal, Lawrence. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
This Titan defense, they just will not give in easily. Looking for another stop, 3rd and goal. Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll drop this one off with Etienne. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Titans defense will celebrate the goal line stand. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. Let's see what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
Play action. It's Tannehill. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's set.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw is on target to Burks. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Tannehill on 3rd down. Running the slant, that's Hooper. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To the air again, Tannehill. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off, and then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 15-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
But that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate, that was just incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Austin Hooper. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw, Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Ready, 50, plant. Quit talking about it and bring it. 50 wants the mic. 50 wants the mic. You got nothing.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence looking downfield for Jones. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Jaguars are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. Now a throw caught by one of their linemen. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half, they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Henry again on 2nd down, and he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Here's Tannehill. Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And he will have a Titans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Tannehill on first down. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now it's Tannehill. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 38, Tannehill. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville. Tannehill. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll try and run for it with Henry. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try with Haskins. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Hassan Haskins. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On second down, ETN once more. And some room to roam now. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 56 yards. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now Lawrence to throw. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. Going for it, here's ETN. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And the Titans are going to recover the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Being chased out left. Open man, Westbrook-Akine. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A handoff, running left, Henry. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
That's good, hard 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Tannehill. He'll buy some time right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Jags grab it. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with second and a couple. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Steps away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. They go play action now. Lawrence on the move to his left. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Back to throw. Lawrence. Into the hands of Ingram. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. He's back to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Throwing now, Lawrence. Steps away to his left. And this one is incomplete.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And the Titans are
GG, bro. GG.
On the final play to get the turnover to seal this football game. But Charles, a heartbreaking way to lose this game. They got into position for that final play, had a decent look toward the end zone, but ultimately picked off, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, they gave themselves a great opportunity, didn't they? They'll replay that snap over and over, but sometimes you just have to give credit to the other side. Defense stood up in the final moment and came through with the interception.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.
See, chat, this why I don't go live, you feel me? Because when I go live, I be losing, bro. But when I'm not live, I be busting it down, you feel me? You feel me, Holmes?